like today we're gonna be talking about Quicksilver in War, and that feels so good to say because I feel like he was just made for this content. Well, no, honestly, I feel like he was made for like every piece of content. I think he is that good of a champion. So keep in mind, like as I do these fights, that this is a 5-star rank 5. I am running light boost on these path fights, but even then, I still don't even have the stats of an unboosted 6-star rank 3 when I have these light boosts. So keep that in mind, that while like you may not be impressed with these times, it's just solely because I'm a 5-star going against like rank 3 6-stars in tier 2 war. So just like I just want to put that out there. And even then though, the fight times are really good on Quicksilver. Like the Mojo Boss, the Doom mini boss, the Mangog mini boss all have phenomenal times, and I like really cannot wait for you to see them. So we gotta get through these path fights first, and this is a path 7 Hyperion. It has Conflictor and power efficiency, I believe. Also, is that how you say his name, Hyperion, or is it Hyperion? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. But yeah, the way Quicksilver controls his fight is that he has access to Wither. So once you get up the Withers, you pretty much just like ignore Hyperion's natural power gain, and you ignore Conflictor as well. So it's just a really smooth matchup for Quicksilver. There really isn't much to worry about here. And now I'm just going to try to go to the SB2. Now I am in terminal velocity, which means that I can just drop the SB2 and double my whiplashes, which I do right here. And then I just need to do a medium light medium combo to like trigger them early. And then yeah, that's going to be it. So that was 123, I believe, which is like that's a pretty good time anyway, you know. So yeah. So I debated even putting this fight in the war video just because A, I got really lucky at the end, and B, the opponent was running the recoil mastery. So like there were two reasons not to put in this matchup, but I still put it in anyway. And you're just gonna see how lucky I got. Quicksilver is a great counter to this matchup. You seem to like play it better than I did pretty much. He has access to slow, which counters Tigra's ability, so he's just a really solid counter for this in my opinion. But what you're supposed to do is bait out a special attack, and I did not do that. I did not bait out a special attack at all, so like I pushed her to SP3 really fast, and thankfully she didn't throw it. Like in a practical war scenario, I would have been invuln boosted anyway, so I probably would have survived it. So I guess it wasn't even like that bad that I pushed her to SP3 because you can do that safely in a regular war matchup. But yeah, here I push her to SP3. She goes for a parry for whatever reason. I do a medium light medium, drop the SP2, and yeah, I survived that pretty much. Moving on though, this is Path 7 Section 2 Ebony Maw. This fight was one of the slower ones for sure. I don't know why it was so slow. I think it was just because I played it really poorly. But yeah, like if you were a 6-star rank 4, you would just like destroy this fight. But for me, I had to take it a little bit slow. I was trying to build up my withers, just trying to like control the kinetic transference, and that caused me to like mess up just a little bit. Like right here, I didn't really go for like the heavy attack to double my terminal velocity charges, and I almost hit into his falter there. So like it was a pretty rough start for me, but I kind of clutched it up at the end anyway, so it's fine overall. I lose my whiplashes there, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Yeah, like, I don't know, this matchup was really weird for me. It's just because it's the first time I ever fought Ebony Maw on this node. Also, may I point out, as you can see there, he has the Mystic Dispersion tactic. But Quicksilver cannot miss when he's above, I think, 300 terminal velocity charges. So he is just a really strong counter to this Ebony Maw. I take that degen to the face, but I'm not even worried about it because, like, we have a ton of health to play with anyway. And you can see that was one detonation. Now I just need to do one more detonation, then the fight's going to be over. So yeah, this fight definitely took a bit longer than I wanted to, but if I properly played it, like I didn't lose any of my whiplashes, and like if I just, I don't know, did better, I don't really know how to explain it. I could have just like done this in like under a minute probably, but it did take a bit longer than I wanted to, but it's fine. Now here I just go for a double medium, I hope. No, I don't. Okay. Now I go for a double medium, and then I detonate the SB2. Yeah, look at this. And that just does enough. It does enough. You're going to see how much damage his whiplashes do in the mini bosses. I feel like this is the best matchup of the war. This matchup just went perfectly. Everything in this matchup, Quicksilver just counters so well, and I think I played it really well as well. I said well like 5 times in that sentence, but it's fine. So yeah, the plan here, just get my slow up early so I don't have to worry about Dr. Doom's mechanics. And while I have the 300 terminal charges, I can't miss as well. So missing an action becomes like super irrelevant here. So like everything on this node, he just counters. Like everything in this matchup, he just counters. He counters Dr. Doom, he counters the node, he just counters everything. So this is a really straightforward matchup for me. Like you can see right there, I'm faltered, but it doesn't even matter because I'm just like hitting him freely. So this is just a really good matchup. It's a really strong matchup. And I feel like that Doom is conduit, that Quicksilver will be the best Dr. Doom counter as a whole, because his damage, you don't have to knock him down for the damage. You can just like do one detonation and they're done for, you know? So like he doesn't even need to knock down the opponent is the best part. So now I'm just trying to build up to my SP2 at this point. I'm building up a ton of whiplashes, so it's going to be a really nice detonation at the end. But I take forever to throw it for some reason. I think I'm trying to build up to the SP1 as well, so I can just like do that combo, you know, where you drop the SP2 and then you drop the SP1 right after. Like, it's a really nice combo. I really suggest doing it. So yeah, now that the SP2 is dropped, he throws the SP2, thankfully, and then now I just go for a combo, pause my combo, SP1, and 220k detonation, absolutely in the bin, 130 as well. Now we have the most difficult matchup, 100%. This matchup is hard. This is a really hard matchup, so just keep that in mind. You need to play this fight really slow. Well, at least I do, because I don't know what I'm doing against a Wong. So I was like, okay, how do I fight this guy? I know how to play him pretty well, but I just do not know how to fight him at all. And I learn eventually, and it's a pretty smooth matchup, I do admit. Like, once you get the hang of it, it becomes a really smooth matchup. And so the strategy here, I don't even know at this point. I don't know the strategy. I just played and he countered everything to the node pretty much. So like there's not really much to worry about on this node. The Conflictor gets ignored by Quicksilver's like plethora of debuffs. The Wither helps stop Wong's spells, and it helps stop just like the power gain in general. So there's like a ton of utility that Quicksilver offers for this matchup. I lose my Withers here though because he just didn't want to play ball, but it's fine. Here though, I dex and I get 2 more Withers, so that's perfect. But I also trigger the block penetration node, which is scary because like I'm a 5-star, so so like any block damage is gonna be like really, really bad. I forgot to point out that now on Boss Island I am like properly boosted, but I checked the stats and my boosted Quicksilver as a 565 is still not the same stats as a 6-star rank 3. Like I'm still missing out on some stats that a 6-star rank 3 unboosted would have. So just keep that in mind. He did that Dr. Doom in 130 as like a pretty much rank 3 unboosted. He did this Wong fight as a rank 3 unboosted. He did the 54 Mangog as a rank 3 unboosted. And he did the Mojo Boss as a rank 3 unboosted. Keep that in mind as you watch these videos. But yeah, here's the first detonation. It does a ton of damage, but not enough to KO him, unfortunately. But now I get the hang of the fight. Now I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do, and that's not block, because as you can see, the block damage is insane. But I get the hang of it, and I'm really happy about that. He now has like 5 Withers on him as well, so this fight is just really clean at this point. Now I go for a double medium, or not a double medium, a medium light medium, and then I drop the SP2, and that ends the matchup. So a bit on the slower side, but it was definitely on the more controlled side. Like, feel like he is one of the best counters to that. So I want to come clean here and just like say the funniest story that happened. So whenever you KO Wong, you get like the survival for your sanctum thing, and it causes the opponent afterwards, like the next opponent, to get like a bar and a half of power. But with the 100% increased combat power rate here, he just shot up to an SB2 in like 2 seconds and he one-shot me. So think of this Mangog as in like you didn't just fight a Wong, right? And this is just a normal Mangog, because in the first attempt, I didn't know that Wong gave that ability to him, and I got destroyed, you know? So just keep that in mind. This is a regular Mangog now. There is, like, no added Wong bonus, whatever that means, but you know what I'm trying to say. But this fight goes so well. This fight goes insanely well. Like, a regular Mangog, he just absolutely destroys. So just keep that in mind, that this is just like a normal Mangog. You didn't just fight a Wong, right? So here I go for my SP1. He kind of just like ignored it for some reason, somehow. I don't know. I feel like I threw that like pretty into my combo. But anyways, this fight goes really, really well. Like, insanely well. I'm trying to build up to my SP2 now. I'm trying to get into terminal velocity, which I do. So now I just need to throw the SP2 and then probably throw the SP1 as well. Actually, no, I don't even throw the SP1. I just throw the SP2 pretty much. So here I'm building up to my SP2. I'm trying to beat out the SP1, but he just never throws it for some reason. And now I'm losing my withers as well, so that's kind of scary, but he throws the SP1 finally. I go for a double medium here, drop the SP2. And now he's at an SP2, which is pretty scary, but one detonation is all it took. That was such a clean matchup. That was like 137, I believe. Yeah, that's perfect. Now it is time for the finale, the main event, this Mojo Boss. It was a rough start, I'm going to be honest, but the finish was just insanely clean. What I'm upset about is that this fight could have been 1 minute and 17 seconds. I'm going to show you why. But first off, just look how unlucky I got on the taunts, on like the prompts. Like, I got the dash backwards one instantly, which is perfect, you know, like that's always what you want to see, of course. I'm kidding, obviously. That's the one you don't want to see because it's so easy to complete. There, I just absolutely missed my heavy attack somehow. So yeah, I was a bit nervous at this point because, like, and I get hit there. I thought I was going to die there, to be honest. I was like, okay, well, this is the end of it. But I clutch it up, and I somehow get a solo of this guy. But yeah, he's just completing his prompts so easily, and that's really worrying me because, like, I don't want to have to deal with him at 5 charges because that's going to be really annoying. But now we're just getting into the groove of it, to be honest. Like, we like really clutched this up at the end. We're trying to enter terminal velocity so I can drop the SV2 and double the whiplashes, but he is just not playing ball. I'm trying to do a heavy attack, but it just isn't working out. So I just spam dash back now while he throws the SP1, and now I am in terminal velocity. And I drop the SP2. It's a lot of whiplashes. I tried to let him throw the SP1, but he doesn't. He throws it right after they detonate, of course, like how typical. But yeah, that's why I could have finished the fight right there. I could have just dropped the SP1 afterwards, and that would have been like a 117 KO. I could have ran a 200% science boost, but now they're pretty rare, so I didn't want to use it on a war like this anyway, so it's fine, I guess. So now I'm trying to build to another SP2. I drop it right here, so now I have 2 traumas on him, and now I'm going to go for a medium, light, medium combo to try to finish it off, and I do that just fine. Or no, I go for a full combo here, I guess. I don't know why, but okay. Now I do the medium, light, medium into an SP1, and that wraps that up. I feel like I commentated that really fast, but this was just a really, like, action-packed matchup. But yeah, that's going to be it for this war video. Let me know your thoughts. I really, really am proud of this. I just feel like he's such a good champion. I feel like he's so good for these matchups, and he's just so good for Alliance War. And also, keep in mind that this was pretty much an unboosted rank 3 the whole time. So, take it that way you will. I feel like some people are going to use him at, like, 6-star rank 4 when they get him, and, like, properly boosted 6-star rank 4. So, just keep that in mind. Let me know your thoughts on QUICKSILVER. I feel like he truly is just a utterly insane character. And, yeah, that's about it for me.